Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Luxury Microfiber here in Dallas, Texas. I want to have a conversation with you guys about, this is one of the biggest questions I get asked. Scott, I have to work in direct sunlight, I don't have shade, I don't have a carport. How do I know if my car soap is sunlight friendly? I'm going to do a simple test here that's pretty interesting to watch. It may take a couple of minutes, but bear with me here. The best way to see if your soap leaves residue or if it's sunlight friendly or not sunlight friendly is to check it on glass. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to hit some car soap on this glass and I'm actually going to let it dry and bake in the sun. Hold on, folks. So let's just let that sit in the sun. This may be the boring part of the video. Folks, I don't know how to edit things. I don't know how to do that fancy fast forwarding in the video. So you might want to fast forward. I don't want to kill you to sit here. But if you're interested in watching this thing happen in real time, right now it's about 75 degrees in Dallas. Sun's a little intense right now. The soap is clinging to the glass. It's starting to drift down. I'm going to let it completely dry on the glass. Let's see what type of residue is left behind. But more importantly, if it leaves residue behind, is it easy to remove? Let's just let the soap do its thing. How you guys doing? I know it's, what is today? We're somewhere in the middle of October, right? Yeah. 75 degrees in Dallas. I know some of you are, my mother's up in New York, and do you guys just have well, the Yankees won last night against the Astros, so they were able to play, but a couple days ago you had like a funky storm that went through with a lot of rain, right? Okay, let me tell you what I'm observing as I watch this soap kind of bake in the sun and slowly drift down the glass. There's some areas up here that are beginning to leave some residue behind. That's really concerning as an auto detailer here in Dallas, because in the summertime, it's far worse. Boy, if I had to wash in direct sunlight, I better do it quick and I better do one panel at a time, unless I'm using the right soap. There are good soaps, there are bad soaps for this type of scenario. But I'll bring the camera in closer as soon as this completely starts to dry on the glass, and I'll show you the residue. You might be able to pick that up on the camera. You can see where it's kind of left some nasty residue here, right? But let it continue to do its thing. It's still baking in the sun. Again, please forgive me because I have no idea how to edit things. You probably realize that from my videos, right? Fast forward through this until I get to the point where I kind of bring the camera in and show the residue. So sorry to make you guys wait. I need somebody to reach out to me and say, Scott, I think I can help you. I'm in the Dallas area. I could probably spend 5 minutes with you and let you know how to do all this fancy editing. But I tell you what, with my busy schedule, I'm not even sure I have time for editing. But just bear with me, guys. Be patient. I'm so sorry. The glass really gives us a good indicator what's going to happen, right? Because on paint, unless it's black paint or really dark color, you can't tell if there's any residue left behind. And I can see a lot of residue on the B-pillar here, on this piano black type of clear coat finish. We've got a lot of residue here as well. Just let it slowly bake. We probably wouldn't do this in the real world, right? Nobody wants to leave their soap baking in the sun like that, but let's do an extreme test because I get this asked a lot. There are some soaps, folks, if you did this even for a couple of minutes and rinsed it off, even a minute, boy, you'll have all sorts of streaking, staining, residue left behind that's really difficult to remove. She's really getting, yeah, let me bring the camera in and I'll show you. Can I see what's going on? Can you guys see all that nasty residue? Can I see? Boy, the sun's really intense right now. If we look on the, this is now the C-pillar. I guess you want to call it the C-pillar. Yeah, there's some nasty residue on that black piano finish there, clear coated finish. You can see it on the glass if I cock the camera at a certain angle. See all that nasty residue being left behind. Here's a lot of streaking from the soap. Now what I'm going to do is take my power washer and simply rinse it off, and then I'm going to use a leaf blower to dry it. I'm not going to touch the glass. Can we remove that residue with just simply washing it, rinsing it, and then I'll take a leaf blower and hit it with a leaf blower to accelerate the drying process. All right, let me take a leaf blower so we don't have to do that fancy waiting a long time, right? Let's go in there and see how this did. This is a good way for you guys to test the soaps that you love, that you're using now. One thing I want to say, there were some hard water spots on my glass and on my B pillar and C pillar from previously, but there's a difference between the soap residue and the hard water spots that have been there for probably 6 to 7 months, because I don't maintain this car as well as I should. But let's see if the residue is gone by simply rinsing it after letting the soap bake in the sun, and then using a leaf blower to accelerate drying. Here's the same glass. If we look at the glass now, you can see all that residue is gone. There's nothing on the glass whatsoever, no residue left behind. That was there, right, as the soap was baking in the sun. If we get on this C pillar here, you can see that residue is gone as well, and on the chrome strip here, I've got some nasty water spots that have been sitting on there for a while. One day I'll do a light polish on these, but I'll come over here on the glass, try to get the right angle. The window's kind of dirty, I need to clean it. But no residue left over from the soap like we had when it was baking in the sun previously. And here's the B pillar. See, all the soap residue that was there before was easily removed by simply rinsing it and then accelerating the process of drying it with a leaf blower. That is one way you can check to see if your soap is sunlight friendly. Folks, comment down below, what soap do you use that allows you to do that in direct sunlight and let your soap bake in the sun? Can anybody guess what soap this might possibly be that I'm using? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.